across Scotland who are asking the government to heal the break between health and social care services. There's 1,100 of these cards, and we're handing them over to your safekeeping so that you can remember when the debate starts off in the big battalions of local authorities and health boards that it's older people's voices that are going to need to be heard most. So this is from Age Scotland to the Scottish Government.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
Right. Can I say a few words here, if you don't mind? Thank you very much for coming along today. You've got a beautiful day for it. I can recall, and some of you may recall, that back in 1990 there was the NHS and Community Care Act introduced, and we were told we were going to get a single shared assessment, that services would all be joined up, and I had just started out in my career as an occupational therapist when it was introduced. I know you're looking at me and thinking he's far too young looking to have started his career back then. But what it was a time when we were told that services were going to come together and be much more integrated and focused on individuals. And the reality is that it has not happened in practice. And one of the things that we've set out as a government very clearly is that there has been a number of attempts to try and bring services together more effectively between our health and social care services, and in the past they have not succeeded. And that's why we intend to take a much more robust approach to making sure that this happens effectively. And that robust approach will involve legislation, making sure that our health service and our social care services are working with the single objective, and that objective is to make sure that it delivers services to people who require those services, rather than having a structure that best suits their needs. And it's very important that we address that now, given the demographic shift that we have in Scotland with a growing older number of people in our country, to make sure that those services are best attuned to meet their needs. And we know that people want to stay in their own communities, in their own homes for longer periods of time where it is possible, and the services have to be designed in order to make sure that that happens properly. So we're very committed to taking this forward. And the other thing I know you want to be able to do is to have your say in how this will be taken forward at a national level. And that's why the Cabinet Secretary, Nicola Sturgeon, has given a clear commitment that there will be an open consultation on this whole process between May and August of this year, where you'll have an opportunity to make your views known individually and collectively on how you believe the government can best deliver on the integration agenda. This, I think, is probably the best chance almost in a generation, going back to that 1990 period when it all started, to make sure that we deliver on this and that we get services properly integrated. And if we can achieve that, I have got no doubt that it will improve the services that people will actually receive. Because too often I hear that structures are there to suit the councils and to suit the health boards. What we need to do is to make sure they're person-centred and person-focused. And the best way we can achieve that is through greater integration. So I hope when the consultation starts, and I know that there are a range of organisations who are involved in helping to shape that consultation document, including voluntary sector organisations such as your own, that you'll take the opportunity to give us your views, and these postcards will be part of our consideration and how we go forward in making sure that we deliver on the integration of services that you wish to see happening. So thank you very much for coming along, and I very much welcome your contribution to the whole process of integrating your services here in Scotland. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.